The views of this podcast do not represent the Holy Shhh podcast, so please do not cancel them for anything said on today's programming. As a matter of fact, if you need to cancel someone, just make it Chuck Jordan. I'm sure it's his fault, it usually is. Enjoy the show.
Run that shit, motherfucker. Episode 1, Triangle Offense. We in the building. Don't adjust your television screen. I know you're saying, wait a minute, isn't this the Holy Podcast? Yes, it's 3 of the 7 members, the most outrageous ones, the ones who typically get the flags and the cancellations and the beefs and the internet. So we thought we'd get together, the 3 of us, and create a new version, the Triangle Offense. It's your boy ABE from DET.
It's Miinx Mayhem, Miinx with a Mayhem, and get ready to cancel my ass.
What up, Joe? It's Big Chuck.
And the views here of the Triangle Offense do not apply to the Holy Shhh Podcast. These are 2 separate entities. You cancel us, you cannot cancel them, okay? Thank you very much. Let's talk about it. You know, we talk about sports and wrestling on all the other podcasts. This here, we just going to open the floodgates, talk about whatever, life, politics, religion, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. Chuck Jordan, what you got over there for us to talk about, brother?
All right, first and foremost, I want to start off with saying, and this talking shit to every parent out there, okay? Life and death lives in the mouth of the parents. That's a quote from me to y'all. So instead of speaking negativity into your child, speak positivity. That way they can grow to become something, because life is already hard. Don't make it harder on them. If they fall, encourage them. But I want to talk about encouragement of this 50 Cent versus T.I. shit.
That's how you segue into parenting. Okay.
Hey, come on. But I love how this clickbaity era, like 50 was like, I don't have to rap. You need me to rap. Even though I do believe that, what is it called? Regions matter, because we know it being from the South, it's you stand by your word, and in New York, it's about, well, up north, it's more about, I ain't gonna hurt your feelings. I'm trying to get rid of you, so I'm gonna give you the whole okie doke. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah, whatever. I know my email's probably full of people be like, hey Chuck, I'm gonna send you a beat. Yeah, send me one. But that's just how we are in the North. But in the South, you're supposed to stand on your word and your balls. So I understand why T.I. is mad at 50 on, you said you was going to do it. And 50 like, yeah, I just didn't want to hurt your feelings at the time. So I told you whatever. But I wanted y'all thoughts on this whole shit, because I know that there's songs going around where T.I.'s sons is, especially the Damani one, the little J. Cole.
Right.
Man.
I ain't never seen 50. I ain't never seen 50 kind of back down. Or maybe he is plotting and he's not backing it down. Maybe he planning something, a documentary, got some shit on Tiny and T.I. He gonna shock the world. You never know, but he is very quiet. I like the songs I like what T.I. did, but I really like what his son did, especially Damani. I thought it was just cold. Both of them. The new one, Pussy, he just dropped. That was fire. I think it was cold, but I do think getting the kids and everybody all involved, it's getting a little out of hand here. You know what I mean? You gotta T.I. He got on some podcast and said that he didn't want his sons to get in, but they grown men. You know, they gonna do what they do. I'm not mad at it, but I need to see 50 do something, because they getting out of hand now. This Harris family is out of control.
Well, right now, I know, like, I be talking about it with people at work and shit. They be like, man, 50 losing. I'm like, somewhat 50, it's the narrative. 50 was like, I don't need to rap. You need me to rap. You the one dropping the album. You the one promoting music. I'm not. Which changes the narrative, because now it's, no matter how much y'all throw music at him, he's already said, I'm not going to do nothing. Y'all can drop as much shit as y'all want. I'm not going to do nothing. And then I might be the only person in the minority here, because I was like, from the Monty and King spot, it's like, you talked about our mama. But from 50's standpoint, it's, no. I dropped a video telling him to be more concerned about his wife, which is a public record video. This is something that's already been out before. This ain't even nothing new. It'd be one thing if you did like the whole Rick Ross and, hey Ricky, is this your baby mama? With the whole, y'all, you remember back in the day, the video that happened. We ain't gotta go there, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
right.
that wasn't public record, which 50 dropped back in the day. This one is.
Okay,
Definitely.
before anyone says it, I know some of you people are gonna say keep your nose out of black people business. First of all, this is music and I don't give a fuck. So,
Oh, this family. This is about family.
To be fair, I think T.I. had a lot of bangers back in the 2000s. Like, I really fucked with what he did. 100%. But never, ever, ever underestimate 50 Cent. Ever. And that's exactly what they're doing. You can drop whatever the hell you want. He's not going to speak on it, but he's going to remember it. Mm-hmm. And you do remember back in the day, there were allegations and lawsuits that T.I. and Tiny were doing, like, shit with.
They had their little freak offs. Yeah.
Yeah,
they had baby oil parties.
In Atlanta. So he can bring that up. Mm-hmm. Shit. Like, I would not test the waters with 50 cents, like, ever. Because he's more of a person who doesn't yap. He's not going to tell you his next move. He ain't going to expose himself like that. He's going to come at you and when you least expect it, when you think the war has died down, and then he's going to take you out.
Mm-hmm. He a silent threat. He that type, it's beef. He'll sit next to you and be like, you know you dead. You look down, it's a knife in you. Like, how the hell did that get there? Damn, 50 out of nowhere. But yeah, definitely. This needs to stop ASAP.
Now, last thing about it was, I do know me and my homie had like a little mock versus with the if they were to battle, but I thought Ludacris would have been a better battle for T.I. Just the fact that they both got hype music, and he told him back in the day, "Please stay off the TIP of my," you know. So it's like y'all actually had somewhat of a beef back in the day. Plus, I don't know how to say this, like 50 got timeless records to where like you remember
the man went diamond.
You remember where you were at when you hear some of these songs. But I will say when we was just doing like the little mock, I'm like 50's hit different, but T.I.'s was like kind of amped. Like you'd be like, maybe it's that whole southern that they got that southern bounce. And I'm like
I'm gonna tell you what it was.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what
T.I. No offense, T.I. had club bangers. 50 Cent had hood shit.
Facts. Great way to put it. I
mean, because I still consistently listen to Get Rich or Die Trying, not the album with the movie, the first record that he ever put out. That's still on a constant play on my playlist.
Oh, Many Men is my favorite song, hands down.
I like Back Down, but whatever.
It's two things in this world you don't mess with, man. That's the IRS and 50 Cent, man. You'll be all right if you stay away from playing with both of them. You will be okay. But next up, with the weekend coming up, I'm a binge watcher, man. Like me and Miinx, she had put me up on Stranger Things, and it was right before the season finale, and I binge watched it like crazy for like a week straight just to catch up with the finale. And it got me thinking, with the weekend coming up, anybody got any good Netflix shows or movies that you could recommend?
I actually forgot the name. Let me search.
I got one for y'all. If y'all haven't seen this series, I know Miinx has. Chuck, I don't know if you have. If you ain't seen Vikings, you need to fucking watch Vikings.
Bro.
Like serious. Binge watch that shit. Like if you like Game of Thrones, things like that, Vikings is the shit.
That shit, oh my God. Like it starts off, mediocre like any other show, but when you start getting deeper into the seasons, you're like, holy fuck.
Right.
And it's so brutal. It's just, you have to see it. Like, bro, them Vikings was not the business back in the day.
Right. And Ragnar Lothbrok, oh my God, man. He was the fucking truth, man.
He was badass.
He was the truth, man. And his son, Bjorn, young Ironside.
Yeah, and the thing I liked about it was that he had the son, the boneless Ivar.
Oh, Ivar. Oh,
and that fucker, his legs did not
he was
work.
demonic.
His legs did not work, but did you ever see anything stopping him from doing what the fuck he wanted to do? No.
Yeah. He was the hardest son, and he didn't even have fucking legs to fight in battle.
Right?
He was the hardest one, man.
He had the attitude. I'm a king's son.
Right.
His legs didn't work for shit, but he was killing motherfuckers out there. So
he knew who his father was. He's like, you know who my daddy is, bitch?
Yep.
Chuck, you gotta see it, dog. It's amazing.
You gotta see it.
See, that takes me back to my statement. You know, if you speak positivity into your kids,
yeah,
they believe they can do anything.
They do.
That
is true.
He really did. Ragnar really did. He believed in his sons.
So what y'all got for suggestions?
Bro,
I watch cartoons, bro.
Honestly, like, I went down the rabbit hole. I am only human to want to know what's going on social media. So obviously, I ran into the Ash Trevino. Everybody fucking knows her. She was an inmate hopper. She got famous on TikTok for dating inmates, and sending them money, so on and so forth. She's just, and then it started to unfold, and I went down the rabbit hole. She's not such a great mom. You can tell that she kind of had some something traumatic happen to her, because it's like she still acts like a teenager.
What's her name again? How you spell it?
Ash Trevino.
Oh, I said it came right up. Damn.
She's trending like everywhere.
I see.
Going down the rabbit hole of the whole Ash Trevino thing, bro. The internet can say what they want, but it's the way she presents herself and her children on the internet. Like, she has a boyfriend who she bought him a car, and he crashed her car, but she doesn't do the same things for her own kids, which also goes into Chuck's speak positivity into your kids, because it doesn't seem like she's really playing a role in her kids' life, that her parents are doing it. So she gets a lot of hate, like, go take care of your kids, go do this and go do that. But recently, in I think it was December 2025, she got arrested. She got arrested for healthcare fraud, welfare SNAP fraud, Medicaid fraud, and documents of deception. So that means she was making a tons of money on TikTok, but she wasn't reporting it to Medicaid. And we all know how the government hates motherfuckers. When you lie to them, they'll fucking arrest your ass. So the investigators claim she hid income, misleading to still getting these benefits. And then she got a second jail booking, and she was taken back into custody because she was on an ankle bracelet and she was at bars, drinking, so on and so forth. But the rumors on the internet are that she got caught with Medicaid because she was trying to use Medicaid to get a BBL.
How the hell is that even possible?
I have no idea.
What the hell?
Like, if you've seen this girl,
I'm looking at her right now.
She need more than a fucking BBL.
She need
a facelift. She need liposuction. She need mommy makeover. Totally.
And Jesus.
And Jesus, because in every live, she's like, oh my God, you guys are so jealous of me. Oh my God, I'm so beautiful. I can take your man. Like, dude, if you wanted to take my man, go fucking take him, because if you can take him, then he ain't much of a man.
Shout out Ash Trevino. What you know about Ash Trevino, Chuck?
I'm gonna say this nicely. It don't take much but laying down to have kids.
Facts.
I just realized, we have these beautiful little creatures given to us from being nasty. So it's like
I never thought about it like that.
These
I
beautiful
never
little
did
creatures
either.
came from us being the nastiest of nasty, and they came. All right,
All right.
you kids came. Okay, unless you was
they did
inseminated.
in the
Unless you was
nastiest way.
inseminated, they came. And so
wow, when you really think about it, you got nutted on to come in this world. Somebody nutted on you. You ever think about that?
I'm thinking about it now since you said it. I don't like it. But
I never thought of that. You guys are ruining my brain cells right now.
But yeah, you had your kids from throwing it back. All right,
right.
or what's that old Ice Cube song? You put your back into it.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
You know what I'm saying?
I see what
you
saying.
had them from that. So that does not mean that you're going to be a great parent. It just means that you knew how to throw that shit back. In her case, you can tell her by her life decisions. Like, you got kids and you still trying to take inmates home. Inmates, like you skipped thugs, you skipped the deadbeat motherfucker. You went straight to inmates.
That's wild.
That shows how low you think of yourself.
Jesus.
And you don't even want the right
that's
man
horrible.
around you.
There was also a rumor that they think something traumatic happened with her father, because there was a certain video. I'm gonna look up the video, and Abe, I'm gonna send it to you so you can clip this. There was a certain video where she, for content creation reasons, they were gonna fake a skit on that some gay dude was her boyfriend. But the way she was doing movements to her father, like trying to like make like it seemed kind of weird. So me, normally I don't like to judge, but I'm judging like a motherfucker. But I do feel like maybe something traumatic happened to her and her mind stopped growing at the age that the trauma happened. Because the way she describes her life, she's like, you guys don't know everything, but she puts everything on the internet. And it's rumored that, her kids are out there, sleeping with guys for like $5 hair dye and like rides and stuff. And I'm like, bro, you're paying attention to TikTok and trying to make the bag. I get it. But but there's other ways you can do this. Like, you don't see me over there dating inmates and fucking making up skits with some gay dude and then like making myself look stupid. No. I make myself look stupid other ways, but it'll go away.
I'm sorry to laugh, but did you say she was getting fucked for $5 hair dye? I'm stuck on that line.
These are her daughters that are doing it. It's rumored that her daughters are doing it. And I'm like, you're here looking for attention from TikTok and your daughters need you, bro. Like, go pay attention to them. She's living in a whole ass other dude's house, paying for his kids stuff. But I don't see her even do anything for her kids, It's kind of weird to see, because when I see my kids, I go broke for my kids. I have no time for my kids.
Hey, I got a great segue from what you just said. It made me think about one of my questions. We talking about your kids. I got somebody who I know in my life who doesn't have kids. They say they don't want kids. They going to get fixed. I'm like, you don't know what you're missing. So can you each one of you just say, what changed about you for the better the day you became a parent? Who want to start with this one? What changed you?
Well, honestly, as everyone knows, I didn't have such a great home life in general, with my father passing and, my mom kind of, going through her own grief, and she wasn't able to be there. So what changed in me for my kids was that I did everything differently. I got my head out of my ass. I stopped doing little kid shit. I actually started like doing more positive things, to keep myself alive, to keep the little ones, well, when my first one was born, I stopped drinking completely. I just wanted different from my life, because I do know the traumas that I have from certain things and from my mother, and I didn't want the same for her. I figured if I can raise myself if I can raise her the way I needed to be raised and what I needed, then she'd have a better shot than I ever did. Right. So I didn't used to be this sensitive or this lovable or this funny. I was straight serious all the time. And, having my little girl, the first one, she made me realize, you know what, you ain't got to be this hard all the time. It's okay to be soft. And it mainly, it drove me into a more positive thing in my life, point in my life, because I had to live for somebody else. I couldn't keep doing the same bullshit.
Right. Chuck Jordan, what about you, brother?
I was always the person that would talk myself out of doing shit. I would be like, man, no one wants to hear that from me, or no one wants to see that from me, or I was just like a negative Nancy, as they would say. People be like, you should follow your dreams. No, I'm good. You should do this. No, I'm just gonna go to work. Just gonna do this. Gonna do that. Gonna do that. Having kids is what got me to doing music, because I was like, I got to show them that it is okay to chase something. Don't just fall into the whole get out of school and go straight to work and just do the grind and not actually live. So my kids taught me to live. Go for shit. Try to achieve something. Go for more than what your circumstances would tell you that you are.
You got something to live for. I see what you mean.
They're my broke little best friends, man. They
broke little best friends.
Hey man.
For me,
They never have any money.
They broke. They ask for money constantly, but they my best little friends, man.
So for me, I had a daughter first. So I thought what my daughter did when she came in, man, she made me soft. You know what I mean? Like coming up here in Detroit, it's like you gotta be so on edge at all the time. Can't joke around, can't be on no fuck shit. You know what I mean? But when you see a little girl, it's like you just want to be gay. I don't mean like dick in the butt gay, but you know what I mean? You just want to be like,
you play Barbies.
Yeah.
You play with your Barbies.
So it's like that part. That sounds wrong, so wrong. I said gay, and I'm talking about that. But anyway, but that part is what I like. Just it softened me up. It just made me like, man, appreciate little things in life. And I don't see how people cannot have kids. Seriously, I just don't get it. Like, you got to be a selfish motherfucker.
I understand though.
You get it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, man.
I do. I understand it.
Another question, since we're talking about goals and we're talking about social media with Ash Trevino, is social media hurting or helping creativity? And in my opinion, I honestly feel like it's hurting the creative flows in people, because obviously we are all in Wrestle Talk, and apparently this happens everywhere, because I'm also in the horror genre. I'm also in the gaming genre. This shit is everywhere. So it's not just Wrestle Talk that's that toxic. I personally think that, there's too many opinions on the internet, and I feel like it hurts other people's creativity, because they could have something great, but then other people will click up with other people and be like, well, I don't like them. And then, kind of like make them lose their creative influence, because you want to say something stupid because you're being a hater. I feel like it's hurting it a little bit, but I feel like if you can like go past all the wrong words that people are telling you, you can make it. I mean, it's the internet. But then like people are gonna say shit. But then again, it's the internet. The internet is big. If somebody else makes it big, doesn't mean you can't. Because it's the internet. There's billions of people who log on to that shit every day. And if you see somebody getting somewhere that you want to be, and you're being a hater and trying to knock them down, you shouldn't do that either. Because again, use your own creative juices to do better. Use that as a stepping stool. Like, all right, well, they're doing this, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna top that. And even then, there is no harm in asking for help and creativity. This is what I hate about y'all. Y'all like to attack people instead of asking for help.
Facts. I think AI to me is like a gun, where sometimes they say guns don't kill people, people kill people. And it's the same thing with AI. I've seen AI be helpful, and some people who not good with art can just type something in and have some nice graphics, because let's say somebody can talk, but they don't got the graphics. Well, AI can help with that. But on the opposite end, if you know how to do graphics and you can't talk, and then you go into AI for personality or human nature type things that you can do on your own, that's kind of where I think, AI is kind of ruining it, because some people aren't meant to be creators. You know what I mean? That ain't you. That's not naturally you. I can see if you are and you just using AI to enhance your natural ability, but if you just out here being a fake motherfucker, typing in what to say and how to look, get out of here. That's what I hate about AI.
I don't know if it's AI necessarily. I do think COVID ruined a lot of us because COVID kept us in the house, and COVID helped made you not want to be around people and got you comfortable with being secluded. To where now that we're using social media to reach out to everybody, it's like I want friends so bad that I'm using the camera to talk, but I don't know how to talk to you in real life no more. So now as a talent, it's like, all right, well, I make music. All right, well, give me as much content as you can. Give me as much this as you can. It's like I'm not that fast. I can't keep going like that.
Right.
But the AI can.
I
You know
feel
what I'm saying?
like
The AI can make multiple like what was that one thing like there's an AI that does what you do for like how you clip all our segments.
Yeah.
Like
Opus
I like
clip.
to do that personally.
Yep.
But there's an AI to be like who can do it faster than you in like seconds, and
Seconds.
we'll get more
Instantly.
content out.
Yep.
But it's like you be like, no, I want to make sure I want to get this joke. I get this joke, and there's just gonna be a bunch of clips where it's like they'll cut the joke.
Right.
And now as a person, I got to go watch both segments of theirs to get the joke. Well, with yours, I can watch it once, but theirs is coming faster, so I'll watch theirs because it's coming faster. Where I got
Right.
to take yours take time, so it's like I think because of the recession, it's like we got so used to we want shit fast. Oh, I didn't know. It's like your senses aren't even made to go that fast, which is I think also a reason why a lot of kids are being messed up with these tablets because the information's coming to them too fucking fast. They're smart, but they have no sense of understanding the information that's coming to them that fast.
Exactly. I know what you mean. Definitely. Did y'all know it was National Women's Month?
Bro, they get the whole year.
I thought it was all year round. Okay.
Mother's Day is a top 3 holiday.
There are more days in Women's National Month than Black History Month. Ain't that a bitch, man?
Not only that, but listen what I'm about to tell you. Mother's Day is a top 3 holiday. It's with Christmas and Easter, Mother's Day, okay?
Right.
Father's Day is 27th. I didn't even know there was 27 holidays.
Right.
We're after Flag Day.
On that note, Women's
being a
Day,
male sucks. Is what I'm saying.
with Women's Month, let's bring up some womanly topics and ask this question of what woman in your life, so it'll be two, impacted you the most positively and negatively? I'll start. If I'll start this off positively, the woman that affected me the most positively, we just spoke on it. Had to be my daughter. I just feel like I carry myself totally different because she's on this planet. It's like as if I have to be a certain standard that can never be let down because she may want that. So she just did something crazy to me so that my daughter would be the most positive. The most negative was like when I was a kid, like the first girl to ever cheat on me, man. Cause you don't see that shit coming as a young man, and you're like, damn, this bitch just fucking. You think your shit don't stink? You the man in town, and some other nigga done pissed on your lawn and sat on your couch, ate your donut. So yeah, I ain't gonna say her name, but that probably was the most negative impact. What about you, Chuck? Who had the most positive impact and negative in your life when it comes to women? Which two?
My mom and my granny mama are the ones who are the most positive for me. Yeah, I'm throwing two because they
That's
both
cool.
mean the most world to me. Because my granny mama's no longer here, but my grandma, which is my dad's mom, and then what I call granny mama, and then my mom, two most positive women in my entire life. Most negative. She fell. Most negative. All right, so I ain't gonna say no names, but this bitch, when I was working at my first job, I took days off to go be a father because my daughter was being born. Came back to work, messed up once. Lady in labor relations, this bitch smiled in my fucking face as she fired me.
Damn.
You negative, heartless bitch.
Damn, that's her job.
To this day. No,
Damn.
I ended up getting my job back because I called corporate on her ass. And they was like, oh, no, you just not coming back. You gonna hold some shit against me because I was going to the hospital to watch my daughter get born? You dirty, skanky bitch.
Damn.
I'll never forget you. I'm not gonna say your name.
Don't say it.
You know who the fuck you is, you dirty bitch.
Happy Women's Month. But it's good because I think you can't have the positive without the negative, because even the negative, you learn something from it. That's why we give it both angles, both sides. What about you, Miinx? Most positive woman and most negative?
Honestly, like, I think I'm gonna give two positives because my grandmother who raised me, who was my mom's mom, and actually not even two, all of my tias on my dad's side. Because I grew up more so without a mom, so I looked to everybody for advice. I took parts of all the good parts of my family, and I learned, how to handle things from my dad's side of the family. My Aunt Irma and my Aunt Myra. My Aunt Myra is my favorite. She, for the most part, she lets me crash out on her and like say things that I'm not supposed to, but then she'll sit there and look at me and give me an alternate, like a more positive alternate.
Right.
And be like, you're not supposed to be like that. Why don't you just do this instead? She's so kind. But let me tell you, do not fuck with her. She will fight you like my grandpa. And I'd say the most negative for me had to be my actual birth mother, because when I was a kid, I guess, Mexican mothers, they're your first fucking bully. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's like that, not just Mexicans, because my best friend is white and her mom was kind of like that too. She was the most negative. I get it, you're trying to prepare your daughter for a harsh world, but you didn't have to be harsh on me like that. Right. It's kind of like why I grew up kind of like, people tell me all the time, you're cute, you're cute. I can't believe it because my mom told me I was ugly my whole life.
Right.
So it's like, the book, like, even though like we've gotten over all that kid shit and we're on a better path now where she doesn't say those things or, say anything, but, I'd have to say it was my mom, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's because I look like my dad. I don't know if it's because she was trying to toughen me up or she just didn't like me. I don't know. So yeah, I'd say that had to be the most negative. Like, because from someone who's supposed to be looking out for you and stuff, you don't expect to hear that shit. Which also goes into Chuck's subject of speak positivity into your kids. You're gonna fuck them up.
Yep.
Thanks,
and that's
Mom.
why you do your kids so good. That's why you do your kids
and that's
so
exactly
good.
why. Like, so now putting it into perspective nowadays, my mom bullied the fuck out of me. I try not to do that to my girls. I let them be who they want to be. I let them do the things they want to do. My daughter, she wants to play guitar. Guess what? Mom's gonna go get her guitar lessons. Mom's gonna believe in her. My mom would have told me, "You're stupid. You're not gonna be famous in guitar or some stupid shit like that." It's different. It's just different. So maybe these things had to happen to me in order for me to be a better parent.
I see.
I got a question for y'all. Segue. Let's do some math real fast first. So they tell you to take 30% towards your house, 30% pay your bills, 20% to save, right? Y'all know that math, right? Right. Anyways.
Yeah.
Now I remember when rent used to be like $600 for an apartment, right? Rent's now like 2,000. Okay, let's do a little math. If I make $25 an hour, 40 hours a week, I made 4,000 in a month. Because 25 times 40 is 1,000. Times that by 4, we had so my rent is half, right?
Right.
And that's just my house. That's not even the rest of my bills. That's just half. With all the prices of shit going up times 2 or times 3, and hell, even eggs is times 5 even, and gas is consistently going up, right? But we're not making no more money. We're still making the same money that we've been making, if not less. In today's dating world, is 50-50 really asking for, is it wrong?
No.
Nah, not at all.
Especially when today in today's households, you need two incomes in order to survive in today's world. But they tell you on the dating world, you need to pay for everything.
And just in
I'm
case,
barely paying for everything for my goddamn self.
and just in case you're one of those girls who be like, nah, he has to pay my rent and my bills and all this other kind of shit, and you like to brag about it, that's not a flex, bro. You look like a bum.
Yeah, bum bitch. Bum bitch.
It's
Yeah, I
not
think
a flex. I mean, okay,
Oh, no,
I
she
get
shot-
it. Like,
she shot with that one.
at one point, I was a housewife, but I was a military wife. That's different. The motherfucker was always gone. I hate females who be like, yeah, he bought me this and he pays all my bills and pays all my nails and my hair. Shut the fuck up. That's not a fucking flex. You look like a bum.
I never looked at it about that. I never looked at
That's
it
the
like
way
that.
I see it, because if I can,
Yeah.
I can pay my own shit. I'm a very independent woman. So when I see someone bragging about, oh, he did this to me, that's fine and great. But you don't realize that if you're making your own money and you're spending his, you look like you're ungrateful and you look like a fucking bum. And at the same time, if you're expecting a man to do all these things for you, what the fuck are you doing for him besides stressing them the fuck out and making them crash out every 2 seconds?
Right.
See, now I'm just gonna throw something out there. Like in my household growing up, my dad paid all the bills initially, but my mom took care of everything else. When we wanted to go on trips, she paid for it. Groceries, she paid for it. Anything that came out of the money he was paying for the house, she paid for everything else. So that way, it wasn't like it was all on his shoulders. It was just the bulk of the shit was on his shoulders, but she took care of everything else. Like I'm telling you, the man, when we went, I remember we went on a cruise, he didn't touch his wallet. Why? Because she was treating the family to a vacation. She wanted to go somewhere, she paid for it. Because she knew that his money was going to every bill when they got back home. He wasn't able to save like she was because all his bulk money was gone. But that was also during a time, like I said, when rent was like way cheaper than it was today.
Shit
And
was
even then,
different back
his
then.
bills was like all here. So she took care of all this. But it was like nowadays, as a single guy, it's like they want you to take care of this and this. It's like, with what money? Like everything costs more. Eggs is $12.
Yep.
Orange juice is 10.
What Fat Joe say? Yesterday's price is not today's price. But that gave me a thought to a good segue. And I want to ask both y'all this question, talking about yesterday's price ain't today's price. When you talk about what it costs to be your friend, has that price risen for you guys throughout your life through the years? Is it harder to become Miinx Mayhem and Chuck Jordan's friend today? Is it harder or easier nowadays for y'all? What's that price like?
Harder.
It's harder to be
It's
your
hard.
friend?
It's harder for me because I've learned the process of discernment. I learned to observe people before giving them anything more than they should have. Like, I'll talk to you, yeah, but the moment I catch you do something fucked up that I feel like is just not aligning with me, I won't talk to you ever again.
You just Houdini, disappear. That's it.
Because if your morals don't coincide with mine, we cannot be friends because I will not allow it. Because I'm not. They like to say birds of a feather flock together. I'm not that bird, bitch. No, I'm not gonna be around when you're doing.
She is
fucked
not
up.
Lyra Valkyra.
Shout out Lyra Valkyra. How did we bring wrestling into this?
I didn't want to, but she said bird, bitch. So I had to do it.
I'm not. I have a moral high ground where I like to think about humanity, and I like to think about doing something before I do it. So it's like, if you're around doing fucked up shit and like saying fucked up shit to people, ragging on them, talking about them in any form, I can't be around you because
Right.
if you're sitting there talking about how somebody needs mental help, but I know I need mental help, we can't be friends, bro.
Right. So the price for your friendship has went up throughout the years, huh?
Yeah.
I know mine has.
Why is that, Chuck?
Like I said, I remember when I was a kid, it was about we living in the same neighborhood, we're friends. And then once you guys start getting out there in the world, it was, oh, we're trauma bonding. I remember I went through this in my life. I went through this, so we could be friends. And then after that, it was interest. All right, well, I like this. You like this? We can be friends. And now it's like, who are you to your core? I don't like that. Yeah, we don't see eye to eye. Like she was saying with the sermon, it's I've learned over the years of I'm not as trusting, I'm not as nice, and I don't go as many places. So my circle is small, but my circle is if I call you and I tell you I need you, I know you'll be there. I don't need people in my life that because I'm giving you the same fortitude. I know all my friends if they ever called me, if you guys ever called me, you know I'm there. I need that. I need to know that same reliance. So it's my circle has gotten smaller, but it's not because it's because they weed the bullshit is weeded itself out. I don't have to. You turn the heat up high enough, the diseases burn off, as they say. Just you're left with just with the good shit.
I see what you mean.
What about you, Abe?
Abe was always a hard ass.
My prices went down. My prices went down. I'm the opposite of y'all. My prices went down. When I was younger, I was a bit of a
He ain't trust nobody.
I was a selfish person as a youngin. And then when I went through my trials and tribulations, especially when I got sick, and I really I got sat down for a couple years, really couldn't do nothing. It was at that point is when I really kind of just woke up and I wanted to let people in more because I realized I couldn't do a lot for others, and I think that was what was bringing people around me when I was healthy. And then when I got sick, I couldn't. So it was like now I was a lot more inviting. I wanted more people in. So I think my price has went down. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah.
For you, it's a great thing.
Yeah, to me, it's probably a good thing.
And like I said, it's because like
y'all make me feel worried. Like, damn, y'all got snakes out there. What the hell?
But you gotta realize, for you, it's the opposite of us.
Right.
For us, I've always been, oh yeah, we could be friends. Let's talk. Here's my number. You've always been a hard ass. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with you. Off rip, I don't fuck with you.
I think now even it's me and your friendship is proof of that.
Yeah, like
we were younger.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
We didn't really
fuck with me.
The best with you.
You want to tell everybody that one? Abe did not fuck with
this conversation at the rib spot. I remember Chuck straight up asked, "Why you ain't fuck with me,
Abe?" Abe did not fuck with me. Abe was like, "Nah."
No, it was a simple little petty thing.
Abe had a record label at the time. I got voted on the label. He was the only one that voted no.
It wasn't, I just wasn't used to R&B music. I was. So I was young. Drake didn't come out yet. He didn't make it cool to sing and rap. Right. That was a different era. But yeah,
Drake
so like
still ain't cool. Shut up.
I am though.
Yeah, there you go. Well, what other topics y'all got out there?
Abe didn't fuck with me, everybody.
So what do y'all think?
We're going to deep dive on that one day.
What do y'all think about Mexico And before anyone says if you love Mexico, go back, fuck you. Anyways, those are my roots. Don't get mad because you don't know where yours at, bitch. Anyway.
Whoa, that's shooting at us. We don't know where we from. Fuck you.
I wasn't talking about you. Like people who don't know their lineage or history.
I don't.
I know mine. I got my ancestry.com.
What the?
I did too.
Wow.
That still didn't
So
tell
I
shit.
was not. Whatever.
I only went back so far.
Oh my god. Do some research. Anyways.
Cuts off at the boat. We only know about stuff once we got here.
Your ancestry, like Abe said.
All right, man. You an African booty scratcher. Just know that, man.
Mine stops.
I'm part Nigerian too.
Mine stops at the boat. Well, actually, mine starts.
What was you saying about the cartel?
Okay, how is it that Mexico could mourn a cartel boss better than Trump running this fucking country? And why the fuck are the Epstein files being released, covered up, half-assed as fuck?
You know, it's a lot.
And it's rumored. It is rumored. Don't quote me on this. Everybody who's watching this, do not quote me on this because I don't fucking know. One of my friends told me this. I don't know if I believe it, but it was said that the cartel was trafficking humans and they kept a list, and then the cartel boss was taken out. This is all allegedly. I don't know. I tried to look it up.
Stuff is out of control. I will say what Trump is doing, trying to shut down or tighten up Venezuela, Cuba, Mexico, and he infiltrating in those cartel territories. He is stirring up a lot of shit.
Here's the thing from a Mexican. The way I see it is...
How do you do that?
They kind of, supposedly they killed the other bosses. It's rumored that they killed the other bosses, right? And one of them's cooperating. The thing about the cartel is all these motherfuckers had side jobs that none of the other bosses knew. So you're telling me you're going to shut down the cartel? That's not going to happen. Even then, most of the cartels are here already in the U.S. So the U.S., you've already been infiltrated, you dumb fuck.
Right. Facts. But sometimes the cartel get a bad look. Like they just run around murdering people. Even in just small town gang stuff here, I know people who, they might have beef and they do crazy shit, but they still give back to their community. So
yeah, Pablo Escobar.
Exactly. So in those situations, if they mourn the person, it's understandable. Every cartel member ain't necessarily a bad person. Like we said earlier, they parents.
It's just the fact that they grew up in Mexico. You know, they don't have much. They don't want to be poor, and they're never gonna go back to being poor. That's all it is.
Speaking of Mexico, you being Mexican American, I don't know how it's supposed to be said, but how do you feel about this ICE situation across America?
Honestly, the ICE situation across America, bro. First of all, fuck ICE. Second of all,
wow.
Fuck you if you're Mexican and you're working for ICE, you idiot. Do you not know what your ancestors... That's a thing. Like, what the... Even then, like, I know a lot of Mexicans who are fucking working for Border Patrol, which is crazy because one of their ancestors, their grandma, their grandpa, their great aunt, baby daddy, cousin, whatever, had to cross that border for you to get here. So you're sending them back when they came here to give you a better life, you dumb idiot. And then it's like, I don't like ICE. You know, if people have to go, then they have to go. That's just what it is. But the way they're doing it, especially with the whole, I don't know if you guys have seen the commercial of the landing strip with the plane and they're like, self-deport yourself now. Like, bro, what the fuck?
I think it's a regional thing too, because I've never seen an ICE agent in real life.
No.
I honestly think they're just people that Trump is pardoning and going to like look for people, but in reality, they're all bounty hunters. I heard that a good portion in California were bounty hunters, and they were turning in immigrants for the money.
Shout out, dog, the bounty hunter, R.I.P.
I was about to say that, but
No, on the real. And when I went to California to visit, the word on the street was from like everybody at the little place I was at was that ICE was actually they weren't real ICE. They were actually bounty hunters trying to get the cash.
Gotta get the money.
We need to go back to love. There's no such thing as race except for the human race, and we all bleed the same.
Not everybody thinks like that.
We need to stop this shit. And I'm going back to my original statement of love and death lives in the mouth of the parents. Speak positivity in your children.
Right.
And with that, my name is motherfucking Chuck Jordan.
It's your boy AB from DET.
And it's Miinx Mayhem. I guess I'm getting canceled.
This is triangle offense.
Media.